Yes, good afternoon. Welcome to Sports Palaver right here on Channels Television. My name is Ken Ochonogo. There are times that you ask yourself if what you want to discuss is palatable, but you just have to take it head on. Age, cheating, and Nigerian sports. Sometime in 1989, we did very well at the underage, championship right there in Saudi Arabia. But after then, we could not go for the next edition, 1991 and 1993. We didn't do that because we were banned for, certain discrepancies that FIFA found out in the passports of some of our players, inclusive of Samson Siasia then, for those of them who played in the 1985 edition. By the time they were playing in Europe, different ages. The age you're using playing in underage was quite different from the one they presented to their respective clubs. And then we have been very careful then because we were banned for 2 years. And it took us some time before we came back at all age group, but under 17 and the senior under 20, inclusive of even the under 23 then, which was not part of the of football. During the week it happened, an explosion from Germany, and it has to do with one of our most illustrious players, one of those persons who have represented us, at almost all levels and did so well. We call him Terrible West. One of his former clubs came and said yes, he played for us, and then his age, the age he quoted was 10 years or so different from what we know his real age to be. The other club came and said, no, we don't think it is 10 years. We think, of course, our doctors examined him, but maybe it was just maybe 1 or 2 years that he added in his age. All this, didn't all go well, because we've had instances where Nigerians are either branded, as either fraudsters, as foreigners, or, as drug pushers and other things. So it tended to paint us negatively, before the whole world. And we are looking at it. How do we solve this? In instance, before we think about solutions, who are those, which sectors have contributed, to where we are in this age cheating saga that is tending to put us where we do not wish to be? Is it the government that we always blame? And the coaches? Or this time around, is it the press and we, the society, who have tended not at any point in time to come out and said, yes, I know this man. This man no be spirit. There used to be the advert that goes so. He lives with us, he schooled with us, he ate with us, he played with us. The press. Ken Ochonogo is 20 years, and they gave me a passport, take me to Joeleba and design my head. Do you go to check where I schooled? Do you go to check who were my classmates? Do you go to check who were my playmates? Have you done that as a member of the press? Have you done your responsibility? These are the issues we are looking at. Is it the press and the society who have aided and abetted? Or is it the government that insists that no matter what happens, this is what it ought to be? I'm starting with the man who says yes. Let us look at government agencies. Probably the box tops at their desk. Zubi Zereta, Mbehoma.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ken. Once again, good afternoon to the international community. This is a very simple issue. Who employs the coaches? I don't want to beat around the bush because sometimes when we get on air like this, we begin to jump from pillar to pole, trying to garnish everything with a lot of vocabularies and what have you. No, let's just get straight to the point here. Who employs the coaches? Who gives them the mandate? Who designs these passports? Who takes these boys down to where they get their beards shaved up and start looking like 15? The government, the NFF. So the coaches, they all connive together. And why? Because we are so soaked into this win at all costs syndrome. They want to keep winning competitions, thereby cheating. They want quick results. So they end up conniving. A man of 24, 25, they bring him down, they turn him to someone of 15 years old, 16 years old. No, rather now growing old, going from the young shall grow, we end up going from old to older. And then when they get to play for the Super Eagles, by then they are already gone, they are finished. Where are we heading to? So the government needs to do what I refer to as verification. Let them align with the Minister of Education. They can say, okay, when did this young man finish his secondary school? From there, they can tend to get the real ages of these players. They know it. If let's not say.
Hold it down. That is right.
They know it.
Hold there. Tunji Balogun. You heard him. He said it to the government. They should align. What is your take on this?
He's my very good friend. But on this issue, let's face the fact and let's say it exactly the way it is. Looking at the statistics and some other things before me, you will see that press and the society have a larger share of the blame, even on this issue we are talking about this afternoon. As it is now, I remember vividly during the Under-17 World Cup in 1999, where Nigeria hosted, an ex-international of repute in this country, talk about Adoke Amesimeka,
He said Nigeria hosted
It's intro.
Under-17 World Cup in 2009, so to say, where Nigeria hosted. Okay, but at the same time, when you look at the way Adoke came out against Justice what's his name? Fortune Chukudi, and the society had to clown down on him. That this and this are, it's like it's a norm now. When you know what is wrong, you don't want to come out and say it because of circumstances or because of benefits that you want to get from it. Even the press, when you look at it, we are shying away from the way to go about investigative journalism this time around. We want to do things that really, why I'm saying we, because I'm also press, I'm inclusive. But beyond all of that, when you look at what is happening in the 8-cheat category we're talking about, because when you go using an overage player for an underage competition, you are shooting yourself in the foot, because when you are using men to play competition that are meant for boys, at the end of the day, when you expect so much from them, they will fizzle out. And that has been the solution. That has been the problem over time and time again. The society and the press have a larger share of the blame when you talk about a cheat in football.
You heard it.
This is the most fallacious statement I've had in a very long time. Perhaps I could refer to this as the statement of the century. When Adoke spoke out 2009, what did the government do? Answer me.
You are talking about when we talking about a norm that is almost acceptable everywhere.
Why is it a norm?
You saw the way everybody clowned down on him.
Who clowned down on him?
It's as if everybody wanted to tear him apart.
What did the government do?
And this man is saying nothing but the truth.
What did the government do?
He said the man played under him.
What did the government do?
What did the government do?
Yeah.
The government did not act in that order.
So who is to blame?
They didn't.
No,
because the society. Who are the government?
What did the society?
Who are the government?
The society.
Who are the government?
Irrespective of
who are the government?
Irrespective of percentage.
You study government in school. Who are the government?
This is a very simple thing. Now let me tell you something.
Who are the government?
Society.
This is not a question, and I answer.
Let us cut down on on that. Let us move on the facts that we have here.
Beautiful.
What is society expected to do, and what is government expected to do? Like you are saying, what is government expected to do, so that we now know this is where they are shirking their responsibilities, or where this is where they are aiding and abetting this particular shameful saga.
Fantastic. The society is a makeup of both the good and the bad.
Yeah.
But government ought to be responsible, which is why we call them the government. The government is supposed to investigate. They're supposed to give the coaches a mandate. This is an age growth competition. It's an under-17, under-20, under-22 competition. We need players of this age. Now, if the coaches refuse to do that, then it is the fault of them. They have to clamp down on them. It's not a societal issue. The society will do its bit. And again, spoke out. Nothing was done. Who again will come out and speak? The government have the funds to investigate these issues, and they aren't doing that. Why are you blaming the society?
In your eyes. You saw what Adoke went through. Okay. Not even from the government. It's from the society now.
Even if the society condemns you,
bad things about you. So what are you talking about?
No.
What do you expect the government to do to Adoke? What do you expect?
What do you expect?
What are you saying?
Get your point straight and get your point straight.
See, the points have been stressed out.
That what?
It's been stressed because as it is now, you look at what the society wants this time around.
Coach Williams,
that is a perennial problem.
Wait.
It's a perennial problem, and it has really come to stay. The only thing we can do now is to tackle it from the press and the society. Then you know that the government will be responsible, much more responsible, not the way you are talking about it.
Relax. Coach Williams came up some time back when he was the
NFL chairman.
He said he admitted publicly. He said we cheat, we do it. We aid and abet with these coaches and players, and we know what we are doing. We are all aware of it. How long did they last in that position? 3 months.
So who is to be blamed?
Government.
Why is it the government?
Government. The NFL.
Why is it the government
in this country? The NFL, they remain the custodians of our football in this country, and they have the onus upon them to make sure things are right. Now, if they refuse to do the right thing by aiding and abetting with these coaches, just so that you can bring down the trophy, then they can visit Aso Rock and present them to the president so they can get more money.
Is that not what you people want? It's what the society requires. And that has been the problem over time. Did it just start today? Did the problem just start today? Did it just start today? It's not a problem that just started today. It's yet time and time over time again. So what are you talking about?
It's as simple as that.
I'm talking to gentlemen, I suppose. So I ask you this. As since we're having this problem, or since we're having these ages that are passport ages, so to say, have we seen one father, one mother, one brother, one uncle, one friend, one classmate who has come up to say, no, this is not his age? Have we?
Answer the question.
That's what we are saying.
What are you saying?
Society, no, listen to me and get the point. The society is a makeup of the good and the bad.
Okay.
Now, but government ought to be responsible.
Responsible in
now,
what sense?
a father will not come out and say, my son is 12, because there is something he wants to benefit. But the government can stamp on such anomalies.
Okay, Tunji Balogun, I want to ask you this. Now, you believe that, yes, it is the society. But he is saying, the FA and the coaches, the coaches go to pick these players. They know their ages. The government knows the school where they supposed to attend. The government, have the resources to go to those areas. The government procures those passports and put those ages that they come. Because if I go to the FA and they say, Ken Ochonogo, you want to play football, how old are you? And I said, I am 13. The government just put 13 years without going to investigate. But before you answer that, I would say that the numbers they say will just about being opened, so you can call. You can be part and parcel of this. You will see it right there on the screen, and then let us know. Is it the society and the press who have a larger chunk of the blame in this regards of what we are going to? Will this embarrassment continue because of this conspiracy of silence? That we have. That is the issue we are discussing here.
Let me say this very straight and very clear.
Yeah.
The way it is now, when a government is not responsible, the public makes the government responsible.
Do you disagree with that?
Let me finish. I'm making a point. I did not interject when you were speaking. Let me talk. Let me speak. See, the most important thing is for the public to make the government responsible. Because as it is now,
do you disagree with that?
100%.
That the society can make the government be responsible.
Exactly.
The government enforces certain rules and regulations. They are in charge of so many things. They are the shape of society. That the society cannot force. Only on rare occasions this is society forcing it. But in the situation where there is a feeling of fear or favor, you cannot expect society to come up.
No doubt about that.
Listen to me. There is also
you mentioned something in your intro.
There is also
about good and the bad. If you have a responsible government, it's possible that you also have an irresponsible government, so to say. But the most important thing is for the public to stand on their toes and make the government responsible. The government is not doing what is expedient, what is expected of them to do, and who are the problem? The problem is the society. The society is because what they want, this is what they've been saying over time. This is the way they want things to be spelled out. And if the government is not doing it their way, they go to the press, they make it public, they criticize them, even in the open. That is not what we are seeing. That is not
question.
That is not what we are
Can
saying.
I ask you a question?
See, that is not what we are
Can
saying.
I ask you a question?
I want to ask you a
The
question.
society
Can I ask you a
has a large
question?
chunk of responsibility.
I want to ask you a question before I
ask
hand
me.
you.
Ask me, I'm available.
Yeah. This is it.
Ask the question.
The government is made up by is a makeup of which people?
I ask you the
No.
definition of government.
Will you answer my simple question? The government is a makeup of which people? Is it a part of society? Fine. From the society, we get out people that make up the government, who are supposed to be responsible,
Okay.
right in their ways. Now, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Are you trying to tell me that the government is not aware of the ages, of the real ages of these players? Now, if they are supposed to be clamped down, if they're supposed to be a deterrent, who is supposed to put that into place?
Fine. Let me tell you all this. Because even the government, if they come out with one or two things or whichever way it goes, if the government is keeping mum over certain issues, I think it's the responsibility of the public also to make a government realize that what we are doing is absolutely wrong.
But the society is not doing that.
Exactly.
I'm not doing
and that is the problem of the society. It's the problem of the society. Exactly.
You know, it's part of the complicity.
It is just a minute percentage.
What do you mean by minute percentage?
Now, when the society speaks
It's just about it. If the government is not responsible, you stand up, you make up your mind, and you stand up for what you believe. And that is exactly what we expect of the society.
Government refuses to do something.
Now we have people of repute that speak out their mind. And I know they will never keep quiet. What is the question of society?
Hello, gentlemen. Can we just look at 2 case studies and let us see how the society or the government handled it? The Fortune Chukudi issue.
Yes.
How did the government handle that?
That's what happened.
Did they handle it right?
They did nothing.
How did the society? I mean, no. So I mean, so how did they do it? That means the society.
Adokiye spoke up.
Yes.
The government kept mum. They did nothing about it. And the young man went ahead to play.
No, he's a product of a rotten society.
A product of what?
If a society, if a society is more vibrant, you could see that it was responsibility. You could see that it was even more on the society.
I still want to ask you.
Antagonizing
Hello, let us be specific here. Hello, gentlemen, let us be specific here. I want to ask you this. Still on the Fortune Chukudi issue.
Okay.
A picture was published in the front page of Punch.
Okay.
In that front page, there is an arrow on somebody supposedly to be Fortune Chukudi. Okay. There were about 20 or 30 other people in that particular photograph. Right. Did any one of those come to say, no, I am not the person there, or this person there is not Fortune Chukudi? Has the society, in this case, not acquiesced to this particular issue by not coming out to speak when in that particular issue before the whole world?
One person has spoken already.
Yes.
We do not need the whole world to come up and speak. If one person spoke,
one person has spoken.
The society does not comprise of one person. The society
you want the whole world to come and speak.
It's not a matter of the whole world.
Before you convert an anomaly,
Chukwemeka is on the line. Hello, Chukwemeka.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yes,
Go on,
good
Chukwemeka.
afternoon, sir.
Go on.
Fine. It's a very important topic you're treating this afternoon.
Thank you.
The guy by your left seems to be confusing the issue here, government and the public. I think what is important here is to get a proper definition of who the government are.
God bless you. Let's go.
And to understand who the people are and what responsibilities we should share individually in our field.
Yeah.
The last time government tried to clamp down on the Sports Commission, NFF and the rest of them, were sanctioned by FIFA. And there were a lot of outcry that the government should not interfere in the affairs of football. And they are an independent body that should act on their own. Now, we want to talk about how the people should get themselves involved in the affair of football to get rid of falsification of age in this country. Now, look at it. When a coach fails in bringing back trophies to this country, everybody shouts, sack him, sack him, sack him. And sometimes, because the FA listens to the people or maybe the NFF as they are called, they are desperate to make sure they satisfy the people. Now, like what the other gentleman by your right is saying, the people are not being responsible because they don't care, they don't want to know how they get to do the right thing. All they are interested is get us a trophy. Getting us a trophy, whether you use overage players to go play this competition, is nobody's business. But what they want is getting the trophy. And that is not good for the society. Because you now make these real aged players who are supposed to be involved in these competitions not to participate in these competitions. You don't give them the opportunities to play with their age mates. And under 17 youths will not have the opportunity to participate in the competition to which he is supposed to participate. And you now use players who are 28, 30 years to go and play an underage competition. This is not the responsibility of the FA or NFA somehow, but the masses, the individuals, we, the sport lovers and followers of this country, have not lived to the expectation by ensuring that the right thing is being done in the FA or NFF by insisting that we use the right age players for this competition. So if you look at it the other way, you would say the masses have not really done their own part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka says society refused to respond.
He mixed quite a couple of things up.
What did he miss?
Now let me land. This is it. It's very simple. Now, when society refuses to speak up because they want a trophy at all costs,
Yeah.
now we have certain people that we have, saddled with the responsibility of making sure that things are done in the right way. Now, when these people connive and also join in, then there is a very, very huge problem.
I don't want to interrupt you. I just want to give you an instance. There is a man called Sonny Liston. When Sonny Liston won the World Heavyweight title, he came back to his city and everybody refused to go and welcome him in the airport, saying that this man has a link with the mafia. Okay. They tainted his victory. He was rejected by his own people. They said, he is now the world heavyweight champion. Let the Philadelphians go and welcome him. That it didn't happen there. But if under 20 we win, and then we know that we use over 8, we all rush to the airport to go and welcome them when we know we are cheated. And we're not asking them to do the same thing. That is what Chukwuemeka is asking.
Now he has made his own point.
Yes.
But I am saying this and I'm sticking to it.
Yes.
Our government, our federation, they are aware of these anomalies and they connive with these coaches. Who are the perpetrate it. They go there, they issue this passport, they do all these things, and because they want a win at all cost situation.
Which is what Chukwuemeka also said.
That's why they go ahead and do all these things. Now, if they stand by the right thing, we would reap the reward in the future, definitely. Where is Filippo Sondu today? I do not know. Fatah I do not know, and the rest of them. Now, but this is
so can we? Okay,
like I said the other time.
Yeah, can we now channel our discussion now towards solution?
Okay.
What is expected of government they are supposed to be doing that they are not doing while you are rounding up?
Now they have to verify the real ages of the. Let's assume that they do not know.
Okay.
They have to run a verification process. They have to go to the Ministry of Education, align with them, get the real ages of these players. If you finish secondary in 2000, then you should have an age bracket.
Isiaka is on the line. Let's take our last call. Hello, Isiaka.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Isiaka. How are you?
I'm calling from Warri.
All right, thank you, Isiaka. Go on.
The gentleman, that gentleman by your left side is purely right. The fault is from the government. Okay. The government knows. Okay, like what he said. They should go to primary school, go to the secondary school, find out about these ages. Those boys' ages, they have classmates in primary school, they have classmates in secondary school, who they are supposed to ask. But what the government wants is victory. Victory in the sense that, okay, any competition we go to, we must get victory. Then the NFF, you call NFF. But the problem is for them to get that victory, to go to Arsenal and collect money. That is their problem. That fair man is very, very right. The fault is from the government. The government knows. That's why the government can finance. I don't know what I need to platform for them.
All right. Thank you, Siaka, because we are way home. Yeah. You have just one more second.
Yeah. So, like I said, there has to be a lot of deterrence. There should be compulsion from the part of the federation to make sure that the right things are done. That these players with the proper ages are set, because it's a denial of justice.
A denial of justice.
Yeah.
It's a collective responsibility.
Collective responsibility.
The government have their own share of the blame.
Yeah.
the society have the larger chunk of the blame.
Okay.
If the society stand by what they know and they stick to it, the government have no option than to make...
All right, the government have no option if the society sits up. Zubi says, you know their primary school. Go align with the Minister of Education. They went to school. They are not girls. They have classmates. According to Isiaka from Wari. So we shall go on and on, but it is solution-oriented that we are doing. We just said everybody is culpable, but the degree of culpability is what those of you at home have not decided. It is still Sports Palava, and on 27th of May, yes, Channels Kids Season 5 is on, and it is hot, 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 hot. All the schools, it is now national, so not just in Lagos, but those in Lagos, this is our constituency. Come and pick up your forms, your school. The form is free. Under 13, no age. If you are 1 day above 13, we'll flush you out. We know how to find out. We do our own investigations. We are not that larger society. It is Sports Palava. Have a Palava free week. Ken Ochonogo.